motion, they have a very clear strategy that they're already implementing. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. So they're doing an integrated marketing communication strategy. So they have a clear message that they want to convey to their consumers. This message is obviously powered or boosted by their ethos and their beliefs, that is connecting people with nature and good health. And they want to convey this message to people that why Comvita, why they should choose Comvita instead of another brand, so instead of another regular honey. How they're gonna convey the message? Well, they have a strategy. They're using a unique selling proposition that is through their brand, prestigious brand, and building that is built on premium products with nature goodness. And they're also part of this strategy. They have a very strong e-commerce plan, and as well they like focusing on the the joint ventures in China. So they have a budget for this. On the last financial year, they had an expenditure of 60,403 New Zealand dollars. Well, like 60 million around. All this expenditure on sales and marketing. Only 6 million from this expenditure was strictly directed towards digital capability, meaning that they really want to be able to go through all the media and all the digital environment that is going nowadays. They didn't realize that until last year. Actually, they didn't invest much in digital marketing. They felt that the traditional way of doing marketing or advertisement was enough, and they just realized that it's not. That it's a new era, and they need to just go with the technologies and trends. So in order for them to do all the digital marketing or all the publicity and the marketing communication strategy, they have a target market. What's the target market? Well, first we're gonna go by geographically. So we're talking about North America, specifically US, that is one of the main markets. They also are targeting Canada, that is a small population country but with high purchasing power. Greater China, these include main China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and I think they're also considering Singapore, even when it's not part of China. Japan, Europe, including the UK, that is one of the biggest consumers as well. Australia and New Zealand. So part of the target market, when they bring in new consumers to their company, these consumers they're looking for people that are seeking for health, and they are they like nature, and they're conscious about all these issues. So they're targeting a high to medium purchasing power people, and they're female centered. If you go through all their media, all the advertisement, you can see that it's completely focused mostly on women. Why? Because women normally are by culture, they're the ones that they nurture. They are in charge of providing good health for family, and they are the ones that buy the most, to be honest. Next one. All right. So how they gonna convey this message? They have through media. So we're talking about their website, that is the main revenue income. They just realized that due to COVID-19 in the pandemic, sales increased through their web page, whether it's in the US, China, or here in Australia, New Zealand. So they just realized that they had a powerful tool with them. They weren't appreciating enough. So they started to do more sales and discounts, and like try to encourage people to register on the page in order to get all these discounts. As well on social media, what are the main social medias they're just managing at the moment? Instagram and Facebook. The main one is Instagram. They have an Instagram for each market, one for the US, one for Europe, one for New Zealand, and one for Australia, and another one for China. Well, I think China, they don't use Instagram, they're using like one of the Chinese social media that is quite popular there. And what they do on this social media is that they are doing partnerships, and they're working with influencers and different people to engage more people and to go up more broader on their range. As well, part of this media is a Google ad, so don't be surprised if tomorrow you see on Instagram one of the advertisements from Comvita. As well as print media, as we were talking before, they're still using some of the traditional ways of publicity and advertisement. And what's gonna be the message, the source that they want to convey through the media? Well, they're using key opinion leaders, such as celebrities, presenters, chefs. They're actually presenting the honey when they introduced that honey on Costco, like in the US and Costco. They went through all these like morning shows, and they tried to make people, like the presenters, to talk about the honey and what they can do with that, or what can they cook, or what's like the daily routine of using, like, hey, you in the morning, get a glass of warm water, mix it with a little bit of Manuka honey UMF plus 25, and you're like, that's gonna help you have a better immune system and digestive system. And like, that's the way that they're just doing it now, because obviously nowadays everything is all publicity is mostly powered by influencers and this sort of media. As we were talking influencers as well, lifestyles and wellness, they're using a lot of how's it called, coaches, exactly, coaches to like deliver new recipes, or chefs to deliver new recipes. They had even mock cocktails that they can make with Manuka honey, so you know you can have some alcohol and also some health.
So we can have a partnership.
Yeah. Yeah, we can have a partnership with gin. And they came with this really funny and well-known hashtag, "We can be heroes." We just played a little bit with that for the States. It was quite famous, and actually they launched this this campaign for the National Bee Day in the US. So it was actually funny, because after that they registered the second month with the biggest sales in the year, besides Black Friday sales. I'm just gonna show quickly a video that is on the that one there. Just like to let you know, guys.
From there?
Yeah, just a few seconds.
That can be a kid's line. So some of the benefits here, they have the additional.
So that's where they do all the morning shows,
so that's some extra
and like
as well
that's
as
the kids line. I think we all know this sort of morning shows that they just present a new product, and it's mostly for moms and homestaying, even like, I mean, homestay dad, homestay mom, that they like to watch these shows while doing home duties. Thank you. She's a well-known coach in the US, like a health instructor. So. All right. So. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I had an activity for you guys. Just a quick interaction. So just to go to the point, like how important it is for brands, especially Comvita, to go digital. That's the reason they're investing in that. So I just want you to raise your hand if you have bought something online in the last month or 2 months or during the pandemic. No one? Online?
Anything.
Anything, yeah, whatever. I think that most of us here, like, if we want to buy something, we sometimes consider to buy it online. However, if you haven't bought anything online, raise your hand. If you check first online, like to see the options and then go to the store and buy it. Everyone, like it's the current thing to, like the actual thing to do. Like you obviously gonna check first online and then you're just gonna go through all these advertisements like or social media or the web page, and you're just gonna compare and consider and like say like, oh, maybe it's this. Maybe you don't trust internet to do purchasing, but at the end of the day, like you're just gonna have a references and then just gonna go there. And just to finish my the promotion part, is to not go longer. So we're gonna talk about feedback. So how they measure, how they get feedback. Obviously, they get feedback through all this data and revenue collected, as well as they have the social media, and they always receive messages and feedback from their consumers. So that's actually from North America, one of the biggest markets, and they just realized that the last year page views went up to 33%, as well as the unique page views, so first-timers, went up to 35, well, almost 36%. All this, we can see that it comes from whether it's mobile, desktop, laptop, desktop computer, or a tablet. And here we can see also that the North American digital share went 30% on revenue just last year after the 6 million investment, as well as the growth, the revenue went 51%. Like, so they just, this as a conclusion, we can see that a little investment, because they just realized that they had a problem, that they weren't investing enough, and they weren't doing a right promotion. So they just decided to, part of the 5-year plan, to do to direct through market digital capability. This tiny extra investment gave them a 30% up revenue. So we can see that how brands now are doing nowadays, and how important promotion is for Comvita. Thank you. Now we're gonna continue with monitoring and controlling, and Shivam will do that part.
Once again, I am here, and my topic is monitoring and controlling. That means I keep the eyes on the ups and the performance of the inside of the company, but they are doing. And the next page is, they are the tasks like a Ford is a product, price, place, and promotions. They're doing it inside the activities like a product. They keep the eyes on the product, of what kind of the material and what kind of the they focus on the main important thing which they give to the customers, the quality and the price. They select the price according to the places also, and promotion like they use with the help of social media apps like Instagram, Facebook, and also they use the help of the television and radios. In this way, they give the information about the product and benefits, and give them the awareness from the different products, the fake products. They can be compared with the different honey. In this way, they have 4 steps, and they have controlling keep the eyes on the properly, because Hanika honey is a very good brand and very good status in the marketplace. Thank you so much, and this is my